Hi, guys. How are you all doing today? Good morning. I guess it's almost afternoon for me, but I'll stick with morning. So today we are actually going to talk about the Star Wars plane that launched in 2019 for United. So let's go ahead and cover what the plane is about, and then we're going to talk about how to book. So stick around. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, so this started last night, and I just wanted to come on and explain what happened. So I was online last night in a Disney group, and somebody posted something about a Star Wars plane. Now, disclosure, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Yes, when I was little, we had the toys, and we watch all the movies, and we have some memorabilia stuff, but I'm not going to compare myself to somebody that's like a diehard Star Wars fan. So I didn't know that there was a Star Wars plane that was launched by United Airlines. So I did a little bit of digging. Someone posted in the group, how do I get on this plane? How do I book tickets? When is it available? So when I started going online and doing some research about it, I found nothing. Absolutely nothing. There were articles that were written in 2019. There's some videos on YouTube like launching the plane and giving some information in regards to the experience. Like the first flight went to Orlando, and they surprised people that were going to Orlando with a Star Wars plane. And this was actually done for promo for the Rise of Skywalker. So that's where the whole plane came from. The concept came that they're going to do a promo for the Rise of Skywalker. And that was going to be the launch of this plane. Now, there are other airlines that have wraps for the plane. So I saw a BB-8 plane. There's an R2-D2 plane. There's all these different styles of planes out there, and there are different airlines using them. But from what I could see, United Airlines, they actually had stormtroopers in the terminal and walking through the plane, and it was a whole experience. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures that I just pulled offline. So I'm sorry that they're kind of grainy or whatever, but there isn't much information out there about these planes. So I just wanted to grab some stuff to show you. Okay, so this is the actual outside of the plane. So you could see here, it's wrapped like there is an air fight going on here. There's the X-Wing fighters. There is a lightsaber here that's coming out of the top of that I don't know what that would be called, like the dorsal fin. I think about it as like a tail, I guess, like you would a whale or something like that. And then you have this blue and red side. Okay. So it looks really cool. I think it's really great that they did something like this. So I'm a little bit disappointed that there hasn't been a lot of information about it. So this is a shot of the interior of the plane. And you could see that you have to pick a side. So, I mean, maybe you get a ticket and you're like, I don't want to be a rebel, or I don't want to be, on the New Order, just depending on what it is. So, yeah, this is really cool. And then when they launched, they had different stormtroopers walking through the airport to check IDs and do different things like that. So I thought that's really cool concept in regards to the plane itself. Let me go ahead and just show you this last shot here. When you track the plane, you know how whenever you want to track a plane's flight pattern, you can go on an app and see the plane go from one area to the other. This actually shows that tracking as an X-Wing fighter. So you'd be able to see the little plane like this going to its destination. And in this case, it was the destination to Orlando. So as a travel agent, I need to know about this because a lot of people that are into Star Wars, and also too with the Galaxy's Edge hotel experience that's happening, that's going to be later on, but they're actually building a hotel at Disney World that's a 2-night experience where you get to stay on a Star Cruiser. So with all of this happening, I'm saying, well, I need to know this kind of stuff so that I can be informed for my travelers. And if somebody wants to get on this flight, how do I do it? So I started to dig a lot. And when I got to the point where I found the link on United where you can actually use the tail number to book the flight, you click on the link and the page has an error. So it's like a error 404, like the page doesn't go anywhere. So then I thought, oh gosh, okay, so I'm going to call United. So I call United Airlines. As soon as I asked about the plane, they didn't want to say anything. They said, oh, we can't talk to you. You have to talk to our executive office because I'm a travel agent. They have to put me through to a different line. I had to put in my travel agent credentials in order to get to this office. So I tried to get to the office. They transferred me over. The office was closed. Nobody was there. So I called back and I said, hey, can you please just tell me if the airline is actually flying these flights? Like, are they in use right now? So they couldn't tell me anything. So then I actually ended up calling this morning and I spoke to somebody in the executive team and they told me that currently in the domestic, now we're talking domestic. So there are flights that are also international for this airline, for United, that have the Star Wars plane. But right now for domestic flights, they only have 2 routes. And one of them is going to be from Denver to Kansas. And the other one is from Chicago to Dulles. But it's random. So you don't know if you're going to be on the plane or not. And I don't know if they have all that hoopla when you come in anymore with the stormtroopers. I don't know if that was just for the inauguration or if they do have some sort of experience that you're going to see when you get to the terminal. But those are the 2 domestic routes. But then on this other Facebook group where this originally started, they said that they saw the plane in Portland, like in Oregon. So it's been cited at different places, but yet again, it could be another airline. It not necessarily might be a United flight, because this is what United is saying. So then I did ask, I said, okay, so how often is this plane running? And they said that they don't have any bookings until February, that they all stop in February. So apologies. They're only booked through February. So they don't have any flights scheduled after that. The other question was, are people going to be able to book, or is it always going to be random? And they said that the link to book has been removed because the plane is not available. But once COVID has, we're seeing the downturn in COVID, then people will be able to book the flight. They will reinstate that booking, but that's TBD. So at this point, there isn't any solid news on when you're going to be able to book, or if you are, it's a hoax. They think that that's going to be something in the future. So then after that happened, I went ahead and just said, you know what, I'm going to call Disney. So I called Disney Travel Agent and I asked them, hey, what's going on with the Galactic Cruiser and this 2-night experience? And they are scheduling probably in 2022 to 2023 for the launch of that. So that has been pushed back. They just started work on it again about 2 months ago. So this whole time, during the pandemic, when everything shut down, they were actually starting that build and then they just kind of left it there. And so they just got back to work on it recently. And that's why they're not seeing it done until the end of 2022, possibly opening 2023. So if you guys are interested in knowing anything about that, please check out our links down below. You can join our travel agent group if you're not already in there, depending on where you're watching this from. Otherwise, just give us a little ring on there and we will do an update once we get some more information on this plane and the Galactic Cruiser 2-night experience. And I think that's it, you guys. So other than that, you guys have a good day and safe travels.